Like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. They done arrested this Looney Tune adventure. And maybe y'all can come in and help me out to make me understand this because I never understand how these people just crash out like this. Like what was going on, what was going through this man's mind. I know they're gonna, get to the bottom of this. But two lawmakers was unalived, and several others were shot. I'm pretty sure y'all heard about it. Uh, it was on No King's Day, which was just this Saturday, which was off the chain. Um, and they just arrested the man, just caught him. And I was surprised because usually in this case, these people end up, taking their own lives or they get taken out. You know what I'm saying? But this man was arrested, and of course he's going to be getting a death penalty or life in prison, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But smash that like button, man. This is breaking news. They done caught this Looney Tune last night.
We begin with breaking news in the manhunt for the suspect wanted in the killing of a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband. Multiple sources tell ABC News police arrested Vance Boelter near his farm in Minnesota. Good evening.
And this is this man right here.
Minnesota lawmaker and her husband. Multiple sources tell ABC News police arrested Vance Boelter near his farm in Minnesota.
Vance Boelter. The man got arrested on a farm. He had a farm or whatever. This is the man who crashed out and said, "Look, I don't give a damn. I'm going to end it all." We have to get into the mind of what was he thinking? You know what I'm saying? And then I found out from his neighbor, salute AVYTU, this man's neighbor said that he was a Trump supporter during survival. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what this was all about. And I know it'd be a lot of crazy things going on in America, that things that we don't understand, that we can't explain, work for Tim Watt. Like, yes, please give me some research, give me some homework on this guy, y'all, because I don't know a whole lot about him. Do y'all think that this was a setup during survival? Like, why would this man wake up and knock on people's doors and just take people's lives? It's about insanity, homie. Okay, so where's the insanity at? I mean, you're just saying like he's a Looney Tune. He just lost his mind. Did he have this plan? My money says he's. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember last year they had people that was allegedly trying to take out, Trump and all this stuff, and people were saying that they were hired. I don't know what kind of thing that. Okay, dude lost his mind, because that's how I'm looking at it. Pure survival. I'm just surprised that they captured the man without him taking his own life. People that crash out like this, they usually take their own life, or the police takes them out. So this was crazy. You know what I mean? This was really crazy.
We begin with breaking news in the manhunt for the suspect wanted in the killing of a Minnesota lawmaker.
Look at that outfit. Look at the outfit he had on.
We begin with breaking news in the manhunt for the suspect.
Look at this motherfucker right here. Where did he get this costume from during survival? Like, look at this. This would be crazy as hell if somebody showed up at my door with this thing on his motherfucking head, this mask, pure survival. I would have been scared out of my mind. You know what I'm saying? He murdered the wife and the husband. What a crazy person. And they labeled the guy as not crazy. What? You telling me they saying that this man wasn't crazy? Look at the thing on his head. Pure survival. Look at the mask. He's showing up at people's doorsteps. My whole thing is, what was the purpose? What did he do this for? You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't, was it connected to No King's Day or whatever the case may be? Like I don't know why this man did this. I'm
We begin
confused.
with breaking news in the manhunt for the suspect wanted in the killing of a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband. Multiple sources tell ABC News police arrested Vance Boelter near his farm in Minnesota. Good evening, I'm Tanya Rivero.
And I'm Joe Torres. Tonight's arrest would bring the two-day manhunt to an end. Investigators say Bolter shot and killed beloved Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortman and
Look at this outfit. Look at this man. And you telling me they saying that he ain't crazy? Look at him. He looked like, that's why I was trying to ask y'all, like, was this some type of hired hit or something like that? Like, look at how he looks right there. This don't look like nothing he just woke up one day and just did. This look like this man had this thing planned for a long time, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Because he looks like a granddad. He looked like he should have been sitting somewhere drinking some Bud motherfucker Wazers, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And having and having a coconut smile. You know what I mean? He worked with them. Oh, so he, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm glad I got y'all in the chat. Y'all can explain to me what was going on with this guy. I just have you a few facts to rub with, bro. Thank you so much. So give me the facts. So he worked with so he was a lawmaker. So that's my thing. Was he a lawmaker? He killed people before? I mean the way he, look at him. Look out here at this damn window. He looked like he did. This ain't his first motherfucker rodeo, pure survival. He seemed like he was like a hitman or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this was too like put together to me. You know what I'm saying? You just show up these people doors, you know what I'm saying, and just take them out, man. This is just crazy, man. I'm glad he was arrested though, but I need to find out more about this Vince guy.
And I'm Joe Torres. Tonight's arrest would bring the two-day manhunt to an end. Investigators say Bolter shot and killed beloved Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark early Saturday morning. A second lawmaker, State Senator John Hoffman, and his wife Yvette were shot in a separate attack.
Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang is following all the breaking developments. Lucy.
Well, Tanya and Joe, multiple sources are now telling ABC News that Vance Boelter has been arrested near his farm in Green Isle, Minnesota. Residents, no doubt, sleeping easier tonight. We're told he was spotted on a trail via a camera and tonight was taken into custody.
So okay, so he killed two people and shot two people. So was it a husband and wife thing? Because it looked like they said he shot another husband and wife. So he was going after all lawmakers that was married. I don't know. Like
Two-day manhunt to an end. Investigators say Bolter shot and killed beloved Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark early Saturday morning. A second lawmaker, State Senator.
okay, so hold on. He was a Democrat. He was a Democrat appointed worker for the state. Okay, so he shot these two. You know what I'm saying? And thank goodness that they survived. These two survived, but the other two didn't. So I know they're gonna give this man life in prison or the death penalty. He was a Democrat. He was a Democrat. Okay, he was MAGA, and y'all can't handle it. Hold on, but why did they say that his neighbor said that he was a Trump supporter? Oh, so that's why you just said he was MAGA. Oh wow, this is crazy.
Hoffman and his wife, Yvette, were shot in a separate attack.
Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang is following all the breaking developments. Lucy.
Well, Tanya and Joe, multiple sources are now telling ABC News that Vance Boelter has been arrested near his farm in Green Isle, Minnesota. Residents, no doubt, sleeping easier tonight. We're told he was spotted on a trail via a camera and tonight was taken into custody. Flowers and condolences outside Minnesota's state capital, while churchgoers an hour away in Sibley County learned the killer may have been way too close for comfort.
There's a nationwide warrant for his arrest.
The night of terror began 2 o'clock Saturday morning in Minnesota. Police found State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette shot in their home. We understand he was hit 9 times.
Oh my God. He shot this man 9 times. So he was literally going for the kill during survival. This man got shot 9 times. He got hit more than Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Prayers for this guy, man. And I'm so glad that he survived. He got shot 9 times. Like this man might as well be 50 Cent, the lawmaker version of 50 Cent, pure survival. He survived 9 shots. That is crazy. This man was definitely going for the kill. I'm so glad that they got him off the streets. Like I'm not into politics, y'all. So whatever, I don't feel like it's nut makes it right that if you believe in something different than somebody else, that you could just go on a rampage and just kill people. I don't stand with that. But this is deep that they said that Trump can sleep better, but the dude was a Trump supporter. So I don't get it.
Monday morning in Minnesota, police found State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette shot in their home. We understand he was hit 9 times, his wife Yvette 8 times. Amazingly, doctors
Damn.
were able to save them. The state senator now recovering from a collapsed lung.
Hold up. So he was shot 9 times and his wife was shot 8 times. That is crazy. That's beyond attempted murder. You was trying to unalive both of them for sure. I know he probably shocked that they survived. Who's saying he's a Trump supporter? His best friend. I mean, well, not his best friend. His neighbor said that he was a Trump supporter. Look, here go his neighbor. The neighbor is saying that he was a Trump supporter. That's what his neighbor said. But I'm like, that is crazy. The wife got shot 8 times. He got shot 9 times. This man was a Looney Tune adventure. I'm so glad they got this dude off the street because that man was crazy. That man was crazy. But look, this is where they say that he was a Trump supporter. His neighbor said this.
As we begin the week, the man accused of shooting 2 Minnesota state lawmakers and their significant others is under arrest. He's due in court this afternoon. This picture shows the moment Vance Boelter's arrest. In a post on Facebook, the local sheriff's office called him the face of evil. And a newly unsealed arrest warrant revealed police found at least 3 AK-47 assault rifles, a 9mm handgun.
Wow, guys, listen, there go his arrest papers right there. Vance motherfucking Luther. He had AK-47s, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all tell me in the chat, do y'all think that he was just going to go try to unalive a whole bunch of lawmakers, more of them, or what do y'all think that he was just going to start trying to just kill anybody? Because he had a whole arsenal of weapons of mass damn destruction. He ran a security company. Wow, definitely MAGA. The list is fake. Political gangster. T2 Cups funny as hell. He said T2 Cups said a political gangster. Yeah, because this man ran in there. He got all of these weapons. Officers search defense vehicle registered to him and located at least 3 AK-47 assault rifles, a 9-mag handgun, as well as a list of names and addresses of the public officials. Oh, wow. So y'all, listen, is this list real or fake? Are y'all saying that he did not have a list of people? Because it looked like they saying that he had a hit list during survival. He had a list of people that he was going to go. Look, he had the addresses, the names of the people. Like, guys, come on. Like, you had a list with Republicans and Democrats on it. Correct the hit list planet. Wow. This is crazy, though, y'all. A AK-47 assault rifle, a 9-mag. He had handguns, AKs. Man, thank goodness they got him off the streets because, man, it looked like he was planning. They said he got addresses. He was planning to do more. But listen to what his neighbors say. Listen what his neighbors say. This is the
Our
crazy
top
part.
story as we begin the week, the man accused of shooting two Minnesota state lawmakers and their significant others is under arrest. He's due in court this afternoon. This picture shows the moment that Vance Boelter's arrest. In a post on Facebook, the local sheriff's office called him the face of evil. And a newly unsealed arrest warrant revealed police found at least 3 AK-47 assault rifles, a 9mm handgun, plus a list of names and addresses of other public officials in the suspect's vehicle. Now, Boelter's roommate is telling CBS News the suspect is a Christian who went to church every Sunday.
Okay, this was the roommate, y'all. So this man that did this killing and this shooting is at least 3,017 years old, pure survival. And he had a roommate. This old man had a roommate. Do y'all think that this was his boyfriend or his fiance, pure survival? Because how is this man 3,000 and something years old and he's bunking up with this man right here, pure survival? They look like they were going steady. And he looks like he's upset because he lost his motherfucker boo, because his boo crashed out. But this is his roommate. I thought that it was his neighbor, pure survival. This is the man who he was spooning with at night. So if y'all listen, I'm going to believe the man that he was spooning with before I believe anybody else. The man he spooned with said that he was a Donald Trump supporter. Listen to the man he spooned with.
Names and addresses of other public officials in the suspect's vehicle. Now, Boelter's roommate is telling CBS News the suspect is a Christian who went to church every Sunday. That roommate also said Boelter listens to the conspiracy theory platform InfoWars and, quote, he liked Trump. And while the investigation is ongoing,
y'all hear that? His boo thing just said that don't listen to the conspiracy channels during survival. He said that he liked Trump. So do y'all think that his boyfriend / roommate lying to defend him or what?
Public officials in the suspect's vehicle. Now, Boelter's roommate is telling CBS News the suspect is a Christian who went to church every Sunday. That roommate also said Boelter listens to the conspiracy theory platform InfoWars and, quote, he liked Trump. And while
y'all hear that? And, quote, he liked Trump. Now, when people say don't listen, it's fake news, is the man going to say that out of his mouth? Because how can you say it's fake news if his boyfriend, y'all got to smash that like button, y'all. Everybody in the building, we have to get to the bottom of this. The man was arrested, but I need everybody to smash that like button. If his boo is saying that he was a Trump supporter, how is that fake news? He said he liked Trump. Matter of fact, he didn't say Trump supporter, he said he liked him.
List of names and addresses of other public officials in the suspect's vehicle. Now, Boelter's roommate is telling CBS News the suspect is a Christian who went to church every Sunday. That roommate also said Boelter listens to the conspiracy theory platform InfoWars and, quote, he liked Trump. And while the investigation is ongoing, friends, loved ones, and constituents are all mourning the loss of State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar shared her thoughts on Hortman with CBS News Minnesota.
Somehow balancing 2 little kids, being a Girl Scout leader, being a Sunday school teacher, her dogs, and then maybe all that juggling made her such a powerful speaker.
CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano joins us now from Minneapolis with more on all of this. Lilia, I know that you've been reporting there on how the capture unfolded for a while now. How are people reacting to the violence and the arrest?
How are people reacting to the violence and the arrest? Well, this man shot the lawmaker. He shot the husband and wife, one 9 times, wife 8 times. Then he killed this husband and wife. How are we reacting? The man is crazy, but was he hired? That's my thing. It's too much conspiracy things and things that be happening in the world with these people, and I don't be knowing if it's a setup, like what's the case, you know what I mean? But they had a press conference about this.
Are you getting SSDI,
you know what I'm saying?
or disability benefit?
So I need to know Was this a setup? Was this a setup? Because, like I said, they had a press conference and they're talking about this. Because I don't know about all this kind of
owes
shit.
you a debt of gratitude for all of your swift work. I want to specifically thank the Brooklyn Park police officer whose proactive intervention in checking on the Hortmans likely stopped further bloodshed. I also want to thank the members of our office who worked all weekend with our law enforcement partners in this case. And I want to thank the medical team who provided emergency care to the Hoffmans. Although police have made an arrest, the investigation is ongoing, and so I'm limited in what I can share about it.
See, and that's the part right there that confused me. Can somebody tell me why Ellen during survival, because this looked just like motherfucker Ellen. Ellen, I thought you left the country like Russell Simmons, pure survival. You and your lesbian love. But this is not Ellen. This is just Ellen's twin. Now, she said it's more in the investigation that's going on. But my whole thing is, if y'all caught him with an AK-47, pure survival, handguns, 9mm, he done killed 2 people, shot another 2 a whole bunch of times. What is more to investigate? Pure survival. Unless this was some kind of paid assassination. I just don't know what to believe, y'all. Pure survival.
I want to specifically thank the Brooklyn Park police officer whose proactive intervention in checking on the Hortmans likely stopped further bloodshed. I also want to thank the members of our office who worked all weekend with our law enforcement partners in this case. And I want to thank the medical team who provided emergency care to the Hoffmans. Although police have made an arrest, the investigation is ongoing, and so I'm limited in what I can share about it. On Saturday, our office filed charges against Mr. Boelter for second-degree murder and attempted murder, allowing us to obtain a nationwide arrest warrant, which would allow law enforcement across the country to arrest him. These are the highest charges we can file by complaint, and it needed to be done quickly to get the warrant out.
And that was the part that was surprising to me, y'all. How are these the highest charges that you can charge him? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what happened to first-degree murder? Pure survival. First-degree murder is where you meant to do it. This seemed like this man knocked on the door with some spooky-ass freak-off Diddy Glover's costume on, pure survival, with this freak-off mask, and just unalive these people, and you giving him second-degree murder? That should be first-degree murder to me, pure survival. I don't know, guys. This must be bigger than Nino Brown. This is crazy. This is crazy. Second-degree murder.
Partners in this case. And I want to thank the medical team who provided emergency care to the Hoffmans. Although police have made an arrest, the investigation is ongoing, and so I'm limited in what I can share about it. On Saturday, our office filed charges against Mr. Boelter for second-degree murder and attempted murder, allowing us to obtain a nationwide arrest warrant, which would allow law enforcement across the country to arrest him. These are the highest charges we can file by complaint, and it needed to be done quickly to get the warrant out. Mr. Boelter was taken into state custody, and our office intends to pursue first-degree murder charges against Mr. Boelter.
Okay, there you go. Now, you see how they just said second-degree murder charges at first? You see that? I knew that didn't sound right. Pure survival. I'm glad Ellen done got it together. Because I'm like, how is he getting second-degree murder? Pure survival. And somebody in the chat just said that Donald Trump might pardon him during survival. I don't know if he's going to pardon this man and pardon Diddy Glover at the same time. But this is very mysterious that they didn't charge him with first-degree murder at first. Because if I'm telling you, if this was any one of us right here, I think I would have never made it in the courtroom. This man going to court today, they would have took me out. You know what I'm saying? Or any one of us. Come on, man. Like, a lot of times they will kill you if you did something like this, or the person will unalive themselves.
On Saturday, our office filed charges against Mr. Boelter for second-degree murder and attempted murder, allowing us to obtain a nationwide arrest warrant, which would allow law enforcement across the country to arrest him. These are the highest charges we can file by complaint, and it needed to be done quickly to get the warrant out. Mr. Boelter was taken into state custody, and our office intends to pursue first-degree murder charges against Mr. Boelter. We are at early stages. We will be reviewing all of the evidence from law enforcement as it comes in and working with our law enforcement partners to develop the case. I do want people to know that given the scale of this investigation, the review of evidence will take time. I want to assure our community and all those who are grieving that we will seek justice and accountability for the victims of all these heinous crimes.
Now listen, here's my thing. Do y'all think, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that this was a hit. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that this man just went and just crashed out during survival. Just threw it all away on his own. I don't know. I'm not into politics. You know what I mean? I'm asking y'all. I'm just reacting to it. Do y'all think that he did that he was hired? Or do y'all think that this was some shit he just thought of one day? Look, because I'm seeing a lot of ones come in the chat. Salute to everybody. Everybody, please. We got 1,000 people in the building. Smash that like button. Thank you for saying it's a good question, because that's what we need to know. Like I said, you remember when they were doing these alleged fake Trump assassination type things, and people were saying that they didn't think it was real, that they were paying people to do this stuff. That's why I'm asking, do y'all think that this man was paid to do this? Or was this just he's just an evil person? Because he's still an evil person to me, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But is this bigger than the program? Because, it's a lot of things that they don't let us know. And I can't expect Ellen DeGeneres to sit here and tell me all the truth. She talking about, well, we got to figure it out and we're going to get the evidence and da-da-da. My whole thing is the man just crashed out and did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that it just be shit that they don't say about. And all these people being held in jail, or are they getting let out too on the low? Because it's like you never hear about these people again. Anybody who made an attempt to try to do something crazy, what happened to them? Are they in jail? Did they get let out on the low? Like, did they go and get cloned? You know what I mean? I don't know. This is beyond me.
The warrant out. Mr. Boelter was taken into state custody, and our office intends to pursue first-degree murder charges against Mr. Boelter. We are at early stages. We will be reviewing all of the evidence from law enforcement as it comes in and working with our law enforcement partners to develop the case. I do want people to know that given the scale of this investigation, the review of evidence will take time. I want to assure our community and all those who are grieving that we will seek justice and accountability for the victims of all these heinous crimes. Our most senior and experienced prosecutors are handling this case. Because this case is now an active prosecution, that is all I will say about the case itself. It is a frightening time we are living in. Political violence is prevalent, and the way we talk to and about each other has raised the temperature to unfathomable levels. We cannot continue on this way.
So I'm going to ask everybody in the chat, do y'all agree that this was political violence, or was this just regular violence? Just a Looney Tune motherfucker that just hated his own life. He had a fiance that he used to spoon with at night with all that motherfucking bushy hair, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Was this a political attack, or was this just him? He had a hit list of politicians, man. Okay, no, you're right. He did. Salute to my baby, the lounge in the building, pure survival. Yes, but this is crazy.
Take time. I want to assure our community and all those who are grieving that we will seek justice and accountability for the victims of all these heinous crimes. Our most senior and experienced prosecutors are handling this case. Because this case is now an active prosecution, that is all I will say about the case itself. It is a frightening time we are living in. Political violence is prevalent, and the way we talk to and about each other has raised the temperature to unfathomable levels. We cannot continue on this way. In times of tragedy, but also every day, as we navigate our daily lives, we need to find ways to support one another. As our community grieves, I encourage those out there seeking to create additional chaos to stop spreading misinformation and conspiracy theories. Our law enforcement partners are building a case using facts and evidence to ensure Vance Boelter is held accountable. Again,
Now, do you hear this? She said she wants people to stop spreading conspiracy theories during survival. Do y'all think, why is she saying she want people to stop spreading conspiracy theories? Basically saying that y'all think that this was some type of hit or we got something to do with this, da da da. This was just a dude who just did this on his own. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all believe that story? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe her, or put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that she's trying to just stop us from having conspiracy theories because they don't want us to look into this. Like I said, I don't know. I'm letting y'all be the judge of it.
the review of evidence will take time. I want to assure our community and all those who are grieving that we will seek justice and accountability for the victims of all these heinous crimes. Our most senior and experienced prosecutors are handling this case. Because this case is now an active prosecution, that is all I will say about the case itself. It is a frightening time we are living in. Political violence is prevalent, and the way we talk to and about each other has raised the temperature to unfathomable levels. We cannot continue on this way. In times of tragedy, but also every day, as we navigate our daily lives, we need to find ways to support one another. As our community grieves, I encourage those out there seeking to create additional chaos to stop spreading misinformation and conspiracy theories. Our law enforcement partners are building a case using facts and evidence to ensure Vance Boelter is held accountable. Again, I want to thank everyone who helped bring this search to a resolution, and again to express our grief, condolences, and support to the Hortman and Hoffman families.
Good morning.
All right, now you just heard what Ellen DeGeneres just said. Now we're about to hear from Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima's about to tell us the rest. So we got Oprah, Aunt Jemima, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know who the hell this is. He looked like he got the Derek Chauvin face, pure survival.
I'm Dewana Webb, Sheriff of Hennepin County. I want to begin by expressing my deepest condolences to all those impacted by the unspeakable tragedy, especially to the families. I stand here with immense gratitude to the law enforcement agencies who responded with speed, strength, and commitment to justice and public safety. Thank you to the Brooklyn Park Police Department and the Champlin Police Department. Hennepin County is proud to have your team serve in our community as we grieve with you. Thank you to all the local, state, and federal agencies. Hundreds of first responders came together to bring justice to an unthinkable act of violence. Our mission was clear: protect the public, prevent further harm, and hold the perpetrator accountable. We all shared a singular goal: justice rooted in public safety. Vance Boelter inflicted unimaginable harm to our community Saturday morning, and he did it while impersonating the very people who are trusted to protect and serve.
Okay, yes, that's what he did. Now I remember now. So this dude dressed up and they said he impersonated a police officer during survival. So I know him impersonating a police officer and doing this heinous act is going to get him sent to the moon like the white boy that was on the bike with E.T., pure survival. So not only did he unalive these people for no reason, you know what I mean? Or if he was, I don't know. We're going to find that out. But he was impersonating a police officer, y'all. You know what I mean? This is crazy. He was impersonating a police officer.
Prevent further harm and hold the perpetrator accountable. We all shared a singular goal: justice rooted in public safety. Vance Boelter inflicted unimaginable harm to our community Saturday morning, And he did it while impersonating the very people who are trusted to protect and serve. These violent acts strike at the heart of our democracy and the safety of those who serve the public with dedication and courage. Our hearts go out to Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, their families, and their loved ones. We are also grateful Senator Hoffman and his wife Yvette are expected to recover, and we will be here to support them during their long journey of healing and grief.
Yeah, shout out
Today,
to the husband and wife that survived, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make it. This man was shot 9 times, like 50 Cent, pure survival. She was shot 8 times. That is a lot. You know what I mean? And for them to survive that, God was definitely on their side, while the devil himself was out hovering, planning, and plotting, and showing up to people's house with a damn Diddy Glover's freak off mask, doing a sick act. Like I said, I don't know if he was hired to do this. We gonna find all this shit out during survival. But as I said, I don't stand with evil. Whether you was hired or not, to me, it's still a terrible act. You know what I'm saying? Of violence during survival. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Teresa Bullock. Just hit that super chat. Pure survival, Teresa. Thank you so much, Teresa. We not playing with these demons, and we are going to call them out during survival. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Minnesota. We was praying with y'all, and we still praying with y'all, because I just seen that there's some people in here from Minnesota. If you are from Minnesota, can y'all give me some insights on what's going on down there? And what do y'all think that this was this some type of higher act? Can Minnesota people let me know? Pure survival?
singular goal, justice rooted in public safety. Vance Boelter inflicted unimaginable harm to our community Saturday morning, and he did it while impersonating the very people who are trusted to protect and serve. These violent acts strike at the heart of our democracy and the safety of those who serve the public with dedication and courage. Our hearts go out to Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, their families, and their loved ones. We are also grateful Senator Hoffman and his wife Yvette are expected to recover, and we will be here to support them during their long journey of healing and grief. Today, the manhunt is over, but the investigation continues, and more importantly, the process to healing begins. We also need to mention that we know that this unspeakable act has left residual effects on many people in our communities, as we're still taking calls from people and organizations asking for additional resources. We grieve with those close to our victims, our families, and all community members. The last days have revealed the true strength of our unity both as a community and as law enforcement, bound by a shared mission to protect and serve.
That's right, Teresa. We definitely not. You know what I'm saying? And me and my lady went to the protests in Austin, and it was 9 violent during survival. It was 9 violent. Of course, at nighttime, people get excited and da-da-da, but it was 9 violent. And we went to the no days or no Diddy. I forget what the hell it's called again. No Kings. We went to the No Kings Day thing. And it was over 20,000 people there during survival. It was packed. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the memo that these 2 people were shot by this Looney Tune while I was at a peaceful protest during survival. It was peaceful, damn it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm seeing people come into the chat and they're saying that this was a MAGA thing during survival. So, I don't know what to believe. Ain't no y'all was coming, could have gotten the taco, Jamil. Hey, Anonymous, yeah, we didn't, man, listen, we just go with our spirits. You never know where you might catch us at. Pure survival. When we pop up, we pop up. Yeah, I saw y'all both in Texas. Yeah, you know what I mean? And if we at one of these events, you come in love, come on through. You know what I'm saying? We flick it up and everything, pure survival.
That this unspeakable act has left residual effects on many people in our communities, as we're still taking calls from people and organizations asking for additional resources. We grieve with those close to our victims, our families, and all community members. The last days have revealed the true strength of our unity both as a community and as law enforcement, bound by a shared mission to protect and serve. We stand together today to uphold the principles of our democracy and with the continued commitment to safety and security of those we vow to protect and serve. Thank you.
That's right. Protect and serve, crazy.
We also have Drew Evans from the BCA, Chief Mark Bruley from Brooklyn Park will stand for questions.
Look, and y'all see how Ellen DeGeneres is like, her hair is standing up because this is so tragic during survival. Ellen, just look at, she got her eyes closed like she in the shower, pure survival, or she getting baby oil pulled all on her hair. Ellen DeGeneres is holding it down, y'all. Shout out to motherfucker Ellen, pure survival.
We were with you last night. In hindsight overnight, did the defendant give us any indication, any comments, anything you can share publicly about his mode of cooperation with authorities?
Yeah.
Decision to not taking on life at this moment. So here you go.
Yeah, so the question was related to whether or not there's cooperation. The individual, we can't provide a lot because it's now under the prosecutorial process in terms of what cooperation was. What I will tell you is that since he's been in custody, that starts the process, as the county attorney mentioned and the sheriff mentioned, of the ongoing investigation. And so what that does, there's a number of steps that went with that, regardless of the level of cooperation of the individual. Now that we have him in custody, it opens up additional investigative avenues that we'll be all working together collectively with to gather the information and evidence in this case.
So basically, he's saying that now that we have this Looney Tune in custody, they can get him McDonald's during survival. They get him McDonald's or Chipotle, get him a cigarette, get him a goddamn beer, and he is going to tell everything. That's what they do in the interrogation room. They give you whatever food you want. What's your favorite lunch? What's your favorite dinner? I want Wingstop. Oh, like Rick Ross, pure survival. So they bring you some Wingstop, and then that's when you start snitching and telling everything and why you did this sick act. Were you acting alone during survival, sir? Or did you do this out of your own demonic brain? So we're going to find out.
Individual, we can't provide a lot because it's now under the prosecutorial process in terms of what cooperation was. What I will tell you is that since he's been in custody, that starts the process, as the county attorney mentioned and the sheriff mentioned, of the ongoing investigation. And so what that does, there's a number of steps that went with that, regardless of the level of cooperation of the individual. Now that we have him in custody, it opens up additional investigative avenues that we'll be all working together collectively with to gather the information and evidence in this case.
Can you talk about additional details on how the moments unfolded, how you tracked him, and you mentioned one statement? Can you elaborate on that?
So it was mentioned the final moments of when he was taken into custody. As we mentioned yesterday, we had a extremely large law enforcement presence with dozens of investigative agencies and law enforcement and SWAT teams in the area because we believed he was in that area. We received information to begin with, a vehicle that was recovered that first led us to the Sibley County area, and that's what's concentrated our search in that area. We then
So somebody got $50,000 because I heard that they had a $50,000 bounty, on this dude. Like it was a $50,000 reward for any information and the capture of this demonic entity, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'm just so glad that they caught this man, regardless of who he works with or who hired him. As I told y'all, I'm totally against demonic things. Like whether you was hired, whether you woke up and did it, I don't, I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus. And I know it's kind of weird to have a Chucky hat on, pure survival, because y'all probably saying, Jamil, you talking about you ain't with the demons and the devils, but you got a motherfucking Chucky hat on, pure survival. But check this out, goddammit. I am a Chucky fan. I got Chucky sneakers. Only thing I don't got is a Chucky doll during survival. Cause I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be scared to have that motherfucker. He just sitting in the corner, just staring, and I don't know if he just gonna burst out and just wake up one day, start fucking me up, pure survival, hugging me all from the back, kicking me with them little hard ass sneakers. I don't know if I buy a Chucky doll, my doll is going to wake up. You know what I'm saying? I say, do we Dembala? Give me the powers, I beg of you. I'll be scared. That's the only thing, y'all. I got a whole lot of Chucky stuff. I got a lot of Chucky clothes, Chucky jackets. I am a damn diehard Chucky fan. Parents of Bible. Only thing I don't got is the doll. So if y'all help me out and say, look, Jamil, have enough courage to have the doll. Because I want to own the doll one day. I'm just thinking about if it's nighttime, pure survival, and my woman's sleep, and that little motherfucker with them blue eyes is standing in the corner, staring at me. I'm trying to wake up. Baby, get the hell up. Chucky's staring at me. I don't know what the fuck to do. Pure survival. I'll be pointing at her, look, Chucky, she sleep, Chucky. Get her, Chucky. Let me go, Chucky. It's like, no. But like I said, guys, I got to get back to the Diddy trial. But I wanted to just come in here quickly and let everybody know that the psychopath Minnesota lawmaker shooter was captured during survival. But I will be going live again. There's a lot of new things that's been breaking with the Diddy case. Shout out to you all. Love you. Pure Stone Cold Survival at this point.